Good evening, everyone. All right, so today there's no union read today, I have 3 quickie messages of the day, and then I have the regular union read that's in front of you. First, let's go ahead and take a deep breath. We're going to take 3 deep breaths to really get that oxygen into the tips of your toes and the top of your head and your tips of your fingers and your ears. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Another deep breath. One more deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to you guys. I'm actually seeing a little boy messing around with maybe a parent or a grandparent, maybe being a little bit bullheaded. A little boy with brown hair and maybe a plaid button-up shirt on with short sleeves. That was interesting. Okay, we're going to roll the die first. Okay, we have Jupiter. Jupiter looks like number 4. And Gemini, the twins. And also that Mercury energy. And then we have the number 5, which is all about freedom, change, and expansion. The Hierophant as well. Definitely have been there's been some uncomfortable energies for me yesterday and today, both. Just really kind of uncomfortable in your skin type of energies. And just feeling a shift, like stuck in between, that kind of feeling, like there's something going on, but you're not in either place yet, just kind of stuck in the middle, which is fine. So just, love yourself through it and just allow it. Love wherever it feels uncomfortable in your body. Send lots of love to that energy. And just breathe it all out. All right, I'm going to show you the reads. I have 3 quickie of the days. All right, this is the first quickie message of the day from the Lenormand Reverie. This is the second quickie read of the day. And then the third quickie read of the day. And then we have the main read in front of you, which is the Syrian Starseed deck, main read for the Twin Flames. It is a general read, so don't force every message to fit. Use your discernment. If it resonates, good. If it doesn't, no worries. And then here's the full 7-deck read in front of you. Okay. If you want something more specific that's not a general read, you can always check my website, or down below there's information as well. My website's twinflames3344.com. I have a CD out there also called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe, if you want to check that out. All right, so let's get right into the message of the day. All right, this first one. There's a picture I want to show you too. I think it's on here. Hold on one sec. Nope. I'll put it on the tag. It's a really beautiful picture. Okay, so the first message of the day was done last night at 6:26, which is the Lovers and the Page of Wands. The underlying energy was the Sun, so the energy of exposing all. And the first card out was the Star. A public loving lady with a cross to bear, impatient for the sun to come out, a breakthrough, a gift, in burning twin bridges, the only bridges to the key codes in Cancer, at the mid-moon, being careful to pinpoint when. The Power Lady or Cancer Lady taking time for spirited growth, examination to magnify the details of snakes and venom, poison apples and crazy eights, sealing the deal. With public spirituality, the loving lady, magnetic, rising kundalini burden, following your true north, but impatient, with big mountain to climb to reach the breakthrough at the top. And before I forget too, there's a lot of energy regarding abduction coming up, as well as the angry man. So the anger within the masculine is definitely coming up to be cleared, and there's a lot of abduction that's coming up with that. So the gift of gamble, reinstating the old twin bridges, storks nesting, seeing the key to their freedom is going with the flow mid-Cancer season. Stability or weighty power lady, or hunkering down before the polar bear starts pushing their timelines, but no buttons there to push. Two wise spiritual owls go public, with power in the divine feminine numbers, all seeing the truth of the power snakes and their venom, and burdens and sacrifice. Three faces of you can check in, but you may never leave, impatient to get there and crack the codes of Mountain High, Take Me Home, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, Take Me Home, Country Road. That's John Denver. The angry man from Mars, gambling with gifts, tracking the foxtail, leading to the Y in the road with broken twin bridges. Good luck in the clover, make a wish for the storks have delivered a golden egg. Cage free, the 17th, the home of abundance, the nest by the sea, fish and seagulls, or just seagulls and gullibility, and the perfect time of the month, or night fishing and then home. Committed to child, now the poor lady is anchored with timelines and the powers that be, and he with child or mothering his own inner child. Perhaps they fell on the ground, needing help to get up. To level the distance over the range, or travel a distance over the range with spiritual guides to two as one, swan's journey over the rainbow, right under the powers that be's noses. In the 5D connection with three different masks, Dr. Jackal, Mr. Hyde, and Dead Tired. The loving man, any which way but loose, in the labyrinth of hedges, cutting through the weeds and tails and choices to make, diving deep at the bottom of the well, a lucky strike hit the jackpots of entry wounds and annoyances, the mother lode of home and abundance and the lunar cycle, handling with kid gloves what's been bothering him so much, missing information or cards regarding the family tree, a letter or a dog, what happened at age 5, age 18, or age 27, with the family, a letter, correspondence, or official communication, and a pup or loyalty, that you fully trusted them, and how could they? I just wanted to go out, or cuddle, or play, and the initials CM come up, and you gave me away. And when I just said this, this didn't come up for me before. How could you? I fully trusted you. That happened with my son when he was a little boy. I think I've told this to you before. A friend of my mom's had bought him this snow dome, you know, the wind-up ones that play music. And it was a Christmas snow dome. And when I gave it to him, and my son was such a happy, smiley little boy. And I think he was around like 2 years old. He was very young. He wasn't speaking fully yet. And as soon as I turned the music on for the snow dome, his whole face just turned upside down, and he just looked at me and he said, like, how could you? And he ran out of the room because there was obviously a wound there that came up. And that was what just came up when I just said that. So someone feels like someone betrayed them, they gave them away, labeled me as property and put me aside, assuming I'd always be there, all bushy-tailed and wide-eyed, or a letter I never got, or so loyal to the family who then left me nil, or gave you up for adoption with leash and all. All right, so that was number one. The second message of the day was at 7:17. 7 is the chariot, 17 is the star. The underlying energy was the fox on country roads. So John Denver coming up again. There's a lot about mountain living also coming up here. The mountains, abduction, and the angry man. The first card out was tweets of the birds and the birdhouse, perhaps feeding the birds. But tweets and the angry man, the fox looking back and no followers. Lots of communication or tweets about the angry man from Mars. with gift to give, Cancer or at Cancer, mid-cycle, cracking the whip with the rod and staff, or just impatient to see closer the details as the powers that be are pushing him to make cuts or edit the number of words down, perhaps from a book or an article, perhaps, or cut all communication by exposing all, or a letter to family with child, or letter about health of a child that's very cutting, or a child who is in a spaceship, or scared to travel great distances, burdened by gift and digging deep, or cloudy well water that needs to be tested. 2 wise owls with rod and staff to guide the power women from Venus to pull back the layers through the maze with mother's encouragement. The journey with good news after discerning and navigating their way through to the nest with perfect other, the reflection of you. A letter sealed with a kiss, the golden egg or opportunity and things looking up, spiritually maturing by exposing all in the family, shining the light with hope and the sun breaking through about the childhood with no anchor, and how the loving lady is on the ground, 2 as 1. Mountain from well and lunar connections with guidance, taking a risk to deal with the female establishment, with a key to the labyrinth and Emis in July instead of Christmas in December. The public rides, carousel, abundance of deliverance may not be what it seems spiritually. The home, the union, the dreams and the roots, the secret knowledge in the diary, the journals or library book unreturned, with the breakthrough of a child, the loving lady keeping the child from putting down their roots because there were no emotions to anchor them into. So this could be someone who is totally disconnected from their emotions. So maybe someone waited for a long time thinking those emotions had to come out sometime, but they never did because they just never had any emotions to anchor into. So the time is slow when trying to find direction, feeling burdened by choices. So feeling burdened by choices, obstacles, and gifts. The staff advising that it's a risk for a loving man to commit to the 2 of 1, 2 as 1, as the establishment fires them or frees them from the 3D cyclone to the 5D 2 of Cups with public annoyance and making friends with mice and ants. Death, research, rest, and transformation in the 5D Connect, finding good luck without the mask, loyalty at home, and crazy 8s of Kundalini sealing the deal and burning bridges all at the same time, anchoring in. Loving lady with pie in the sky ideas at 741, which is the Chariot and the Ace of Cups, that love. All right, that was the second message. So the third final message before the main read was done at 1:28 today, which is the Magician and the 28 of the Choice of Path, the 2 of Wands or the Twin Flames. And that's interesting. It's 8:07 on the clock, and I think that's the time I did the Twin Flame read yesterday. Yep, 8:07 o'clock, right on the dot. So here's the third read. At 1:28, the underlying energy was the anchor, again, safety and security, or being weighed down by the powers that be, dental insurance and doctor's appointments, funeral services, and 5D connection. All a gamble these days, a burden for families with no time, and perhaps bad water, being led to free-flowing waters and healthy fish. It's not what it seems, a breakthrough to 2 as 1, who to partner with, going through the masks to the other side, clearing the home after death, finding direction in the mountains for a new nest, delivery or deliverance while having a more serious talk about maturity and spirituality and choosing a door to open, hopes and dreams and puzzles to solve that lead to abundance and burning bridges with masks and false people, with a downturn or a document and a message, information or a package, or test results not arriving on time, and then finally a breakthrough of a public connection, or an invitation to a wedding or shower. Good luck at the dentist upon a closer look, housing a gamble, exposing direction towards nesting and deliveries or deliverance, and getting advice about knowledge that you don't have. Loving man, both mature and spiritual, and there's no time like the present here, thinking back about secrets and cracking codes, and what he read based on professional and friendly advice. The loving man with snake at his back after digging up emotions and choosing a new path. Serpents lie dormant, going after the rider, reflecting the fox in dreams, riding the rainbow with gift for the masses to help in each stage of the game. Each lane or each layer discussing with others about their wounds and masks. Men from Mars with anger issues coming up to be seen and dealt with. A friend or past life regression. Childhood abuse and abduction coming up to be seen at 324, the Empress and the Queen of Wands. Thinking the issue is one thing and having it actually be something else completely. Anger at the establishment, the government, universities, hospitals, expensive weddings. Having good luck with the key to the child, freeing the child, thinking about the dog, but travel may be interfering and shedding, annoying but loving. Annoying but loving to play around, and needing to clean more, health reasons, leaving food out and pests get in, a burden to commit when unsure which way to go, the loving lady needing to burn some bridges, a breakthrough with a letter or communication regarding the power man and the power lady partnering up publicly at the institution or in a marriage, he dealing with the powers that be, and she with Cancer nesting and getting her nails done, cracking the whip with rod and staff at 336, the Empress, and the Ten of Wands, or the Atlas energy of the weight of the world upon your shoulders at 811. That's a real, so 811 as an emergency would be, like 411 is information, 911 is, we know what 911 is, but 811 is more like that profound, deep urgency of subconscious coming up. It's that deep Scorpio type energy. All right, so those are your 3 messages. And then I have your twin flame read in front of you. Okay. And again, Jupiter, Gemini, and number 5. That's also good luck, which was good luck. My daughter went to the dentist and nothing was wrong. So that was really good. And the Gemini too. Actually, some Geminis came up in conversation today, which is very mercurial and communication oriented, but also the twins. And then the 5 of change, right? The change is happening. So I did this twin flame read. It's at 8:07 last night. 8 is the strength card, the dance. It's also the manifestation of dreams. And I had cut and dealt the deck at 7:44 and then finished it at 8:07, which is like a reversal because 8 is 44 and 7 is 7. So at 7:44 I cut the deck and I finished at 8:07. And then the clock was just 8:07 when I started that last message. And that could be taking a step back as well. So we have the major arcana here of alchemy, the solar deity or the sun, indigo, which is the magician, and then before the read, Luna or the moon, and reflection or the hermit came up, and after the read, the hanging man came up. We had 2 wands, 2 pentacles, and 4 swords here. No cups in the main cards of the read. We had the page of swords and the page of wands. The king of wands came up before the read and the king of swords after. So there's like 2 pairs of father and child here, because that could be like 2 fathers getting together with their 2 kids. As far as numbers, we had triple 8s in this read, which is the 8 that tips over the 2 into union. And then we have 10-10, which is a reminder to keep your vibration really high, as well as 2-2, which is the Fool, and also the 33 of the Christ vibration and the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself without getting defensive. We also have 2-3-4, shut the door. That came up when I was talking to my daughter today as well. And then 48, which is the walking away and within of the 8 of Cups. 8-10, which is 0 behind 81, which for me is the end of karma around the world. And the code line here was all about parenting, and 23 came up too. 23 is the King of Wands, and 45. 45 is the Five of Cups, and then 58, which is the Four of Swords. So parenting came up on the code line. It was all about the numbers 2, 2, which were 4, which is the Emperor, and the Fool's Journey, or the 2 2s, or 2 High Priestesses, or 2 secrets, perhaps. And the messages were coming up regarding a couple different things. So FM radio, but that also means AM as far as in the morning, to the nth degree. To seek it, to have fun. To alchemizing the egg or driving away. Stylish parenting coming up here. Also the family in general to the nth degree. To seeki or seeki. To or seeki. Seeki or seeki in the high road to alchemy. I, grounding and integrating, parenting. FM radio or AM morning to the nth degree. Father, mother, the 2 seeing the key to a polar solvent in a 5-membered ring. Alchemy of to cause to be. The egg and to drive away regarding parenting here, whether that's parenting your children, yourself, or your parents. Also fathom to the nth degree, or Friday and then Monday through Thursday separately from that. To seek granite without ashen, or manatees without J. To have fun. To alchemizing. I, grounding and integrating, or perhaps with GI issues or processing through the GI tract, and parenting, right? Because that all goes to your stomach. So we start out with the 2 of Wands upright, which is the twin flames in the Syrian Starseed deck. They're literally 2 flames. Beneath the twin flames is Luna, or the moon upright, reflection, or the hermit upright. That also could be a Cancer Virgo person. And then the 5 of Cups upright, the King of Wands upright, and the 3 of Cups upright, and then the 2 of Wands on top. Subconscious reflection of sorrow, or Cancer Virgo, of the grieving King of Wands, coming together with the twin flame to choose a path in need of the truth, the King of Wands after death, and the Knight of Wands rushing back after overworking or things not working out, or dumping emotional attachments or multiple loads on the King of Wands. The Fool free and the Queen of Wands reversed, rushing passionately back to save her soulmate or sibling, but was too late, already released them from their prison. With the weight of the world and the wounded warrior in surrender, after death the Page of Wands inspired to let go, to make things right with their twin flame. The Page of Wands with compassion in a never-ending story of man on the moon, abduction, finally letting go of seeing a traumatic death or someone who was walked all over or abused. Father split and left mother and kids, or at least 4 siblings here with the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Page of Wands, but the Queen is the only one reversed. The Queen of Wands never got over it, or just the Queen of Wands reversed, rushing into the 6 of Cups, who may be in debt, or releasing them from their burden. The wounded warrior in surrender after seeing a death or ending and wanting to fix things to make it better. Going past the past to revisit a near-death experience, or the Knight of Wands running back to be with their younger sibling. Big love offered in an awakening to seal Divine Feminine upright and the Emperor upright, or World of the Emperor and Control, or Capricorn reversed with Pisces and Aries both upright. Capricorn was reversed. And that was at 1107, which is Justice and the Chariot. So love from Source aligned, or actually love from Source awakened the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. She to her power, he to his powerlessness, to ego and stubbornness, leaving her hanging on the cross, marching to the beat of her own drum, pa-bum, pa-pa-pa-pa-bum, sealed away from everyone. In a twist of fate, on a float in the ethers, sent inside forever, never seeing no one nice again like you, in spirits connecting with me, in need of sunshine, overexposed, emotional cycle so over of the man with 2 lovers, a very old story. The beauty, the intellectual, and the depressed old lady thrown away. The honeymoon period over, No more fresh fruit, family unhappy, and man with 2 girls. I never promised you a rose garden, but here you are. Libra reversed, Pisces upright, Leo reversed, and Gemini upright here. The 2 stepsisters whose feet were too big, but tried them out anyway. Oh, what the heck. Sunrise, sunset, refusing to be the errand boy. The man with 2 women, or his girls, or brother with his 2 sisters, or their own. Giving each other affection they never had or weren't given by their parents. Health comes up as 1, and beneath that leadership, 81, which is about the end of karma around the world. And then the twin flames and the choice of path, the third party or overindulgence or just no joy. Frustrated and depressed, parked in front of the house, waiting forever for them to come out, keeping their cards close to their chest. The gold and platinum matching sphinxes or cars or dogs and huppah, dragonflies, perhaps found a bargain on a carriage or chariot ride. Never discussing how much it cost, of course, or how much money they have. This is the Scrooge energy coming up here. With the car and the home, he's got it all made, right? Being able to appreciate what he's got. Aquarius reversed and Cancer upright, the path of antisocial behavior. The fear of losing control, a fear of homelessness, fear of being taken from your home. And I watched, shoot, what was that called? I had that name written down. I don't think I did. I didn't write it down. I have to tell you tomorrow, I guess. That was a good movie. It was about actually being abducted from your home because of the war, and a little brother being left behind. So that came up too. So let's see here. So the path of antisocial behavior, the fear of losing control, homelessness, or being taken from your home, holding on to twin as a possession, and then letting go to regain control again as the emperor with 2 lovers or girls, Gemini or twin, and health being a focus. The underlying energy is the wounded warrior, leaving powerlessness to higher love and patience. And then the King of Cups reversed, could be a Cancer or detached, unavailable man, at night after sudden events and grieving, starting over, holding their tongue in need of peace, with temptation waving. The secret passion, the third party through work, etc., in need of sunshine and an offer of love from awakened Capricorn or Pisces reversed, at home or in union. The Knight of Pentacles upright, facing the King of Pentacles reversed, in a bold move or travel, ascending to reap rewards of the Page of Cups or message of love from the Hermit, or to get advice for Pisces child at 1138, which is the Queen of Cups, 3811. The recent past is the Three of Swords reversed, healing from divorce and unhappy family, reaping rewards of what's left, or savings to offer love and come clean about a heated exchange. One not expressing their feelings at 1139, which is Justice and the Knight of Cups. One not expressing their feelings about present, perhaps not telling how they truly felt about a gift. The King of Wands in bliss with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community right there or around. The foundation being the Ten of Swords reversed, where the worst is now over, the twin flame bliss. The Knight of Pentacles upright and the Page of Wands upright with offerings to Cancer, Queen of Cups reversed, or at night to the Queen of Cups reversed, knowing the bliss is over their heads, knowing and keeping to themselves, drained, overexposed, in need of sun and fun, or dealing with Leo, ego, kids, or pets out of control. Cancer upright, Leo reversed, and the central energy being the Two of Pentacles upright, surrendering to all that is. The Page of Swords reversed in negative self-talk, or kids spreading rumors about the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords speaking about it to the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community, and the Empress, about the Page of Pentacles reversed, who may be in need of some help, or missed an opportunity, and challenged by alchemy reversed, impatience, losing patience or temper, the fallen angel, or just not blending in, As the Page of Swords is reversed, suffering in silence, stressed out, purging, can't sleep, imagining defending themselves to the Knight of Swords reversed with a karate chop, and down they go. The King of Swords reversed with codependency, temptation, or Capricorn offering time, money, and energy, or a new life to Leo, child, or giving all their money to the dog, or paying for dog trainer or dog sitter, or paying Leo to pacify his beast. Grieving loss, regret, shame, not healing, not heeding the call, needing to swallow their pride. The King of Cups reversed, no different than the King of Swords reversed, both with codependencies or codependent exes, perhaps in a losing battle with depression or arrogance, with the Queen of Swords and the Magician waving their magic wand, lovers healing and forgiving, having walked away, getting past the separation. No longer hiding suffering and no sleep, unfair, not sharing, or in debt, recovering from exile or destitution, present to the ships sailing away. Perhaps they choked or spoke too soon, the day the music died, refusing to let go and then letting go to manifest big time. Downturn, retrograde, bad timing, impatient with sovereign and union or owning your own home, unable to get any information out of them. The Knight of Pentacles trying to offer friendship, and the Queen of Wands reversed, dissatisfied with their offer, since the Page of Wands romances them. The Fool is free from back-breaking labor, the weight of the world, with the Six of Cups soulmates receiving a message of love from the Page of Cups. The Page of Wands and Page of Cups are upright here together, and the Queen of Wands reversed, freeing herself from one who's only ever buried up to their head in their work, to avoid their real feelings. Healing the Three of Wands situation with twin or a meal out. The Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed are late, and the Chariot's going to leave them, not waiting any longer. Soon here's the Page of Swords reversed, with a light on bad news or frustrations, abuse, rumors, spying and lying, and released only to deal with more injustice. Offered a new path at 12:05, which is the Hangman and the Hierophant, or change. Offering a new path to end conflict with the Queen of Wands reversed, who could be tired, sick, or pissed off, to recover and be strong, take care of the laundry and the pets, make a choice and just do it. And this could be someone who becomes dysfunctional whenever they get upset about something. So the twin flames here are seeing themselves as the sun reversed, drained and disconnect or at a distance or just sad, and the King of Pentacles reversed, now sleeping or awake and coming out about their dreams with no peace and trying to keep it going and in balance, performing, juggling the act or the daily grind. Attraction and worth waiting for come up, and this could be the one. And around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Page of Wands upright, inspired to joy and socializing or coming together to no longer be alone. After sudden events or epiphanies with issues at work and not calling. The block here being the indigo proposal under the radar, feeling a failure. And the King of Cups reversed with conditions of love in allowing the Queen of Wands reversed back in. Parenting comes up, but even more so, creativity, rebirth, forgiveness, spiritual partnership, and love partnership. A secret passion and free to leap to her, with snake at their heels, the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community of wealth, and the female walking away to heal secret passion or to learn to connect to their intuition. That same Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community awake to Cancer's lover, starting over at the present, or the Queen of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles, which can be siblings or mother and child, needing a free ride, but they're never ready, so the Chariot gets defensive or taking no prisoners at this point. Cancer, Gemini, upright, or twins, starting over with gift of freedom. The Ten of Pentacles family awake to the King of Swords reversed at home or in union not working out, and leaving with the wounded warrior now surrendering. Twin flame bliss, draining, overexposed, and the Page of Wands inspired to heal and forgive and surrender to all that is. The block or the challenge here being the impatience or Sag reversed, the Page of Swords reversed indigo with diamond powers, coming out of hiding to the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community, and awakening the King of Swords reversed at home while they're all out to eat, He's overworking there and then going for a walk. The twin flames healing and forgiving, keeping their cards close to their chest. Blissful surrender and release, and challenged by the fallen angel, losing patience or temper. Drained in need of sun and fun, the Page of Swords reversed and the Page of Wands upright, proposing magic, perhaps, to the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community, to get them out of the house. But the King of Swords reversed is still home, overworked, or not working out, and taking a walk in surrender at 12:21. So there is your read. I'm going to pull a few oracle cards, and let's see what comes up with that. It's getting a little dark here. All right, so we're going to do the animal spirit deck first, see what comes up for you guys. If I can get a handle. I'm confused on how to split the deck. All right. Some days are just like that. Okay. So if you're a feminine feeling off these past couple days, or this past week even, there may be some major trauma wounds coming up for the Divine Masculine right now, regarding abuse, abduction, anger, all that stuff coming up. Okay. What is the message here regarding this read today? What do we need to know? Okay, so these two are coming out together, the shark and the elk, head to head. There's two more coming up. And another? Isn't it? Hold on. All right, that's it. Okay. All right, so these are the first two out. The shark and the elk, really nose to nose. Look at that, nose to nose, head to head. And the elk looks like they're trying to show them up with all their secret powers over here on their crown. Right, because the elk isn't aggressive like that, but the elk in this deck comes up as the stubborn father who's really good, but their ego can get out of control when they're not balanced. So obviously they're not balanced here because they're going head to head with a shark, because they wouldn't normally do that unless they're trying to protect their young. So let's see what else is coming up here. We have the peacock here at the bottom of the deck, and this deck is very much about being beautiful within and without. And we have the little frog, the prince here, hiding behind the peacock, right? Because they're supposed to be the prince. Maybe they're late for a very important date. He looks a little bit sad there in the rain. But he's hiding behind someone who's beautiful within and without. And that could be their divine feminine until that they're ready to come out. So then we have, they're all over here. Then these two came out together, the cobra and the nightingale. The cobra is when the student is ready, the teacher will come. And then here comes the nightingale singing their song. And the cobra doesn't know what to do with that. This one's really funny. I feel like the student's giving the teacher a lesson there. Like they're chewing their head off or something. And they're like stunned. It was like the wolf the other day, where they're like a deer in the headlights. They didn't know what to make of it, or maybe they got in trouble. And this could be like them calling them on their shit. And this is the teacher. Very interesting there. Just like the shark, you know, normally you'd worry about the shark more than the deer, but this could be the elk calling the shark on their shit. Here's the little sweet nightingale calling the cobra on their shit, right? They're being stood up to here. Then we have the gazelle all on their own, kind of watching it all. Isn't this lovely? As they have that beautiful Saharan sunset in their background there. Again, this is all lower chakra energies. The nightingale is the only one with any blues in it, but it's all in the world here, right? Because this is where the rainbow bridge of the snake, or the kundalini, went all around the world and then sealed with the tail in its mouth, and then all the rainbow colors went into the earth. But here, even the bird doesn't have any colors in their picture here, only in the earth. And it's like the nightingale standing up for all of the collective, that needs our help. And it's like the little bird scolding the cobra for not learning this. Like, you're so used to being the teacher, you only hear the sound of your own voice. You don't hear other people. And this is someone being told off by the good guys, right? By the innocents, by the kids, by the ones who usually just stay to themselves and do their work. And this also could be like people working together. Like, a perfect example is like the manager going up to the boss because of someone they're trying to manage is being in their ego and not doing what they're supposed to do. And yet the boss isn't helping either, because if they fire them, then it's going to be a big problem for them again, because then they don't have someone to do that work. So it's kind of like those energies coming up to be resolved. And here we have at the bottom of the deck is, right, the peacock who's all good. They're beautiful within, without. They're just observing calmly. We have all these little situations, and then here comes the gazelle who's observing calmly, right? So you know how to spot who are the 5D people who maybe can help you out. And then the sea serpent comes out with this one. And again, the tail's not in the mouth yet. This is like closing the gates and then them finding new gates to open. So even though you think that it's sealed, it's like the dark energies keep finding new portals to open. So the good guys have to keep coming back and closing it again. So they're being like held up from doing other timeline things because this wasn't expected, that they had to keep going back and closing these portals that they keep reopening. So that's coming up. But the blues came to the rescue there, because we do have the upper chakra energies coming up in the snake there. And that is also that's the sacral chakra card. All right, and then a couple more cards came out. This was the last bunch. We have the tarantula, the hyena, and the swans. Well, isn't that a clash? Like, maybe not these two so much, and these two are together as one. Two as one keeps coming up. There's you and your reflection, me and my shadow. So we have the tarantula, who really isn't so bad, except they're scary looking and people think they're bad. And then we have the hyena, who's just really insecure, and that's why they make fun of other people. And then here we have the two beautiful swans who are fully in faith with each other. Here's the lower chakra energies, here are the upper chakra energies, and here's the hyena between with the moon half and half. Right? This could be considered a very dark energy, and this is a very light energy. But we're all really a little of both, aren't we? Like the hyena. He's like that because he's been hurt, right? He's making fun of other people because he probably got made fun of himself when he was little. And that's the wall he built up for himself, so that people couldn't get him. He'd make fun of himself first. So it's also the middleman trying to decipher which way to go. And I just brought up the middleman with the manager at work and the boss above them and the boss above them and the people working for them below. And then the hyena ends up being the bad guy both ways, because the boss doesn't want to do what they're supposed to do, and then the employee continues to be a burden and a pain in the ass, or a little stingy. But the boss is the boss. They can do no wrong. So there's that kind of energy here. Let's see what the shark says first, because that was the first card out with the elk, and we actually read the elk yesterday, I think it was. So the shark is, of course, water, shark. Why are you coming up, shark? All right, so the shark is directness, exposure, revealing true nature, and desire, right? The shark isn't afraid of being who they are. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we're hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when the shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. So when they're in balance, they're intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. But remember, someone mysterious is exuding energy of secrets. When they're out of balance, they're sneaky and destructive. To bring back into balance, there needs to be honesty here. So the truth definitely needs to be coming out here. And it looks like it is, right? The innocents are giving their bosses a what for, and their teachers and their parents. Or the bad guy. They're not afraid of them anymore. They're saying what they want to say. So, yeah, that should be interesting dynamics coming up here. And let's see what comes up from the journey of love to add to this little message here. It's like, and then the gazelle and the peacock they're coming up like bodyguards that are just, they're the gatekeepers. They're there to stand and keep things nice and neutral, but at the same time kind of watching out for the little guy, watching out the frog who's not ready to be the prince yet, watching out for the grid that hasn't been actually sealed yet, making sure that happens before they leave the gate. And then let's see what comes up for the journey of love here. This came right up here. Let the feminine lead the way. And this has been coming up a lot this month. Let the feminine lead the way. 39 is the Knight of Cups. Be love. And you see she's got that snake wrapped around her little finger. The feminine saying, we got this. It's like these here. The gazelle and the peacock. Okay? They're the neutral ones that were coming up here. We got this. We got that silly old Kundalini snake. We got a handle on it. Don't worry. It's all good. Let them have it out. Let the truth come out. They need to work it out. No problem here. Okay. So the next card that wants to come out with it here is Across the Waters, which is 23. It's the King of Wands. And there again is the energy of the feminine who's already toughened up, learning to stand in the wall of the cyclone while being in the vortex at the same time and be unaffected. Again, it's the Christ vibration of the Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself without being triggered. She can be in it, but not of it, and be unaffected here. She's got this. She's already been through the ringer. So we have the being love and then the King of Wands here across the waters, waiting for them to show up. And then we have the burning hero here, as all of a sudden it's like, as the drum rolls, because here's all the fire of the masculine coming in. And you actually see kind of a masculine image of Christ here, like burning here. Burning all the crap away, right? The purification process, like, burning something to purify it. He's going through the ringer right now. And then look what comes out next. Aw. She's holding things down while he goes through the ringer so that they can come out in the vortex together, two as one. And look at all the people witnessing it down here. There's a lot of witnesses there. And that one looks a lot like the Paul and Linda McCartney card too. It's not the card that usually comes up for them, but it looks like the same type of energy right at the center of the record, the vortex. Oh. What do you think the next card is? This is the Linda and Paul McCartney card. Does that not look like, how Linda always had those big bulky vests on? So this always reminds me of her. And anyway, this came up when she would come through. That's her and Paul holding hands on a record. And that's the next one after intimacy. So as soon as I brought it up, look at that. Right? Two swirls as one. And then the next one is the heart fire. Okay. What am I getting here? It's literally like two. I'm getting like literally the colors blend into two separate swirls here. But they blend into one. It's two as one. They're literally one, like this up here. Two as one. It's like, what are those, not binoculars, but things that fold together like scissors do. But I'm not thinking of scissors. It's something else that folds together like that. If you know what I'm talking about, write it in the comments. Anyway, there's big heart fire here. An explosion of red with the purification of yellow and gold coming out of the root. And the bottom of the deck here is gifts received. Again, this very natural energy of the transition here of the 13, death and rebirth, transition, endings, the dark night of the soul, and then the gifts received from that, and seeing orbs in the grass or orbs in the sky like I saw the other day and posted the video. And then underneath that is the sacred convergence of the twins. And again, this is that 9/11 energy of like the push pop coming up from underneath the ground from the memorial. And there's like birthday, these three beings look like birthday candles there, 3 candles. Look at that, the Trinity candles. The Trinity candles and 1 for good luck. How cool is that? I never noticed that before. So there is a sacred convergence here that happens naturally for the twins. This is the underlying energy. And as this underlying energy is sitting there, right, the divine feminine gatekeepers, they got this. They got a hold of the Kundalini energy. They're being love. They got that Chakra energy. They got the power here. They know how to stand in the storm without being affected. While the masculine goes through the worst of it, the fires of hell, the burning hero. And there's the 3 again. In order to come out in intimacy, allowing his heart to open. The dance of the planets. The 35 of the wounded warrior. The 56 of the 2 of swords, being in your knowing and keeping it to yourself. All right, so here's the wounded warrior surrendering, which is the last card of the read out here. The very last card up here is the 9 of Wands reversed. This is the surrender of the wounded warrior, and then here they are hand in hand as the dance of the planets, knowing and keeping their energy pure or to themselves. And there's an orb here too. And then we have the hearts, 2 hearts on fire. The 1 is the magician embodiment. So that is really good news. But it looks like the masculine, I told you, he's going through purging his anger from whatever abuse or abduction or whatever crap went on in their life, or it was in their subconscious energy. It's all coming up now. It's like a major purification for the masculine. All right, so the first one is 39. Let's read that one. 39. It's 52, 28 here. 52 is the Queen of Swords and 28 is the twins. Let's see here. And let the feminine lead the way. The feminine principle in you, whether man or woman, is the way forward in your life now. She is the principle of feeling and surrender. She feels the intelligence of the divine guiding light in the way that the masculine principle cannot at this time. You may not see where you're going, therefore, but you can feel your way forward. Feel it. Trust her. Let your mind go and let your senses lead you, becoming more exquisite and communicative, which is that Gemini energy. Be led by your heart. Don't worry if you don't know all the details yet or how it's going to work out. She knows the way, and let her lead. This oracle brings confirmation to you that what you have been feeling or sensing, even without any logical physical evidence, is worth following up on. Trust your senses over appearances. Trust your intuition over your intellect. You are letting the feminine wisdom guide you, and she will steer you in the best direction. My coming out is the freedom to fully be who I am, and the surrender to the divine essence, expressing through and around me. My coming out is the marriage of twin souls with my life partner in gratitude, in love, unfolding as more than we could ever be on our own. 5353, which is the catapult, times 2. Make sure you drink the water, get the rest, your joy and your nature. Be good to yourselves, guys. And rise and be love. Bye.